Hello, everyone, to the United States States and Territories tier list. I'm not going to hold you, so let's just begin. Starting off with Alabama. Alabama, it's got a nice southern climate, but it's prone to natural disasters, and the people there are inbred. I'd put moderately alright. Alaska. Beautiful scenery, pretty rural. Internet access isn't really available too much, but it's still alright. It's definitely in the upper tiers, but I don't know. I probably put it in great tier. American Samoa. Um, It's definitely tropical, that's for sure. Um, it, but it isn't a state, which automatically brings it down slightly. But I'd put it probably American Samoa. I put it moderately alright since I don't really know much about it. Arizona. It's hot as hell there. Like, straight up, like, up in the hundreds, like, any day during any warm season. I'd say, like, just because of the heat, I'd say probably moderate. Arkansas. My grandpa lives there, so it's automatically have personal bias. But if I'm to be objective here, I can't really think of a single notable thing from Arkansas. So, I put meh. Actually, let's just change this. Now, California. You already know where it should go, but it's got Hollywood and Silicon Valley. And that's the only thing saving it from going into Detroit tier. Colorado. Colorado. Pass. Enough said. Connecticut. Probably one of the most forgettable states in the Union. Other than the one that we're about to discuss next. But, like, it's very forgettable tier. Delaware. Also very forgettable tier. There is not a single interesting thing that came from Delaware other than it being the first state. Florida. It's got Miami, it's got Disney World, it's got a ton of theme parks, it's got all of it. I'd say up there. It's also has like a decent economy, a decent government. It's good. Georgia. Georgia's like Florida, but slightly worse, so I'm gonna put it in moderately alright. Guam. Also extremely forgettable. Hawaii. It is extremely expensive, which is the only thing keeping it out of God tier. Idaho. Also very forgettable. Illinois. Chicago. Enough said. Indiana. It's got Indianapolis as that I-500, that giant ring of people racing around in it. So I'm going to put it in great tier. Iowa. Iowa. My sister went to college there, so that automatically gives it a slight personal bias, but there's nothing really that you can... There's nothing really that rememberable here. I'm going to put it moderately alright. Kansas. What was her name? The Wizard of Oz was based around this movie. Great tier. Kentucky. We would not have KFC without this place, so automatically God tier. Louisiana. It's got New Orleans. Enough said. Maine. What? No, didn't mean to put it there. It's also probably one of the most forgettable states in the Union. Maryland. Baltimore. Enough said. Massachusetts. Meh tier. Because it's pretty important to our history. Michigan. Detroit. Enough said. Minnesota. Minneapolis. Not a very good city, but it is definitely not as bad as these guys. I'm going to put it and rather not live here tier. Mississippi. Mississippi. It's not very many interesting things about Mississippi. It's all right. I'd put it here. Missouri. It's a really good retirement state. It's got good programs. It's got a lot of stuff. I put it in great tier. Montana. Montana is one of the most beautiful, amazing states in the Union. It is filled with a gorgeous wildlife, amazing mountain ranges. It's just overall a great place. Nebraska, also really boring. There's nothing that they're literally called the Cornhusker State. There's literally nothing interesting there other than corn. It's literally just like mid-state Illinois, but it's the entire state. Nevada. Vegas, baby. New Hampshire. New Hampshire. No, I'll just put it in meh tier. Actually, I can't even name a single thing that comes from there. New Jersey. Well, it's New Jersey. New Mexico. Breaking Bad. It already makes it amazing. New York. Nah, upstate New York's alright. Put it over here. North Carolina. If it was like a year ago before the hurricanes and stuff hit, maybe I'd put it in great tier. But since it's still pretty damaged, I'm going to keep it in moderately alright tier. At the top of it, actually. North Dakota. Actually, you know what? I did this in chronological order. I'm going to just put it over here. North Dakota. North Dakota. This is also one of the states that's just like on the northern border that nobody really remembers anything about. It's literally just... It's completely... It's like nature and stuff. I guess it's alright. I'll put it in great tier. Northern Mariana Islands. Oh, jeez. Northern Mariana Islands. Northern Mariana Islands. Aren't those basically just like mostly naval bases? If you're in the military, I put it in great tier, but there's nothing really interesting about it, so I'll put it in moderately alright. Ohio. Ohio. Well, it's literally known for being in the middle of everything. It's like the most boring state in the Union. Like, my mom says it's the most boring state in the Union, so it's gotta be the most boring state in the Union. I'll put it in moderately alright. Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Oh, crap. Only thing this place is really known for is the land rush and its panhandle. I'm gonna put it passable. Oregon. It's got some pretty beautiful scenery, but it also has that one city. I can't even name it. It's so freaking mediocre. Yeah, the state's just mediocre. I'm going to put it over here. Pennsylvania. The Great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Is Pennsylvania really all that good? Like, the only thing it's really known for recently is just, like, the fracking issue and stuff, which I'm not going to get into. But, like, yeah. Puerto Rico. Oops. Puerto Rico. This is really hard to decide. It could really go anywhere. I don't even know much about it. Rhode Island. Also one of the most boring states in the Union. Rather not live here tier. South Carolina. I'll put it in moderately alright. It's kind of up here with North Carolina. They're basically the exact same state. South Dakota goes in the same place as North Dakota. It's got Mount Rushmore, so... I'll keep it in there, but it'll be the top of it. Tennessee. Tennessee. Where do I go over here? It's got Nashville, which is an alright city. It isn't really known for crime like these pieces of crap. But, like, you know what? I think this would be an alright place to retire in. I'll put it in definitely retire here. Texas. as long as you're not living in the cities, like rural Texas, like you're living on a ranch, this is like prime retirement stuff. Utah, also extremely boring. Vermont, enough said. U.S. Virgin Islands, also mostly just military bases, so I'll just put it over with the Southern Mariana Islands. Virginia. 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 That's alright, I guess. I'll put it in moderately alright. DC. Enough said. Enough said. I would not want to go to any of these places. Like, DC is just a freaking hellhole, and I'm goofy ass protesters. It's literally just Antifa, the city. This is just like freaking Seattle, and nobody likes Seattle except the people who live in Seattle. West Virginia, it's like Appalachia, like really cool mountain ranges. Oh, I'd probably retire there. Wisconsin. It's just too cold, man. Like, that place is freaking freezing. It's just like Minnesota. Like, man. I'll put it in passable. It's got some redeeming qualities. Wyoming, also one of the most boring states in the union. It's alright for farming. I don't know. I'll put it in there. Okay, this whole tier list. It's decent. I would probably change some stuff, but like there's nothing really that bad. Anyways, leave a comment if you want to change anything. I'll make a revisement video if you guys really want one. See ya.